ready, little nigga? Yup. You down for the set? For sure. I bet. What your heart beating for? Said that you were ready, what your heart beating for? Said that you prepared and what your heart beating for? Said you with the set and what your heart beating for? Goddamn, what your heart beating for? Said that you were ready, what your heart beating for? Said that you prepared and what your heart beating for? Said you with the set and what your heart beating for? Why join the Marines? I got niggas in the streets and they dying overseas.
We supposed to be brothers.
I'm a menace, what you mean? Nigga think he Farrakhan, paragons, clip your wings. This a heavy M16, keep a weapon with his dreams. Niggas plotting while I'm jotting down and documenting schemes. We robbers, but like Robin Hood, supply who really need it. Binoculars are watching you, the cops are screaming freeze. Just an adolescent, ain't even grab no breast yet. Whether homie know it or not, he being tested. Soon as dog get at the pound, he got his chest lift. Chin high, look in his eyes, think it's impressive. Can't deny hearing the cries of the one that breastfed is terrifying, but being accepted is more infectious. Suicide, who has survived a minor setback and viewed the time spent with the guys, realize he restless. Missing sleep deep in the streets to make a name. Squeezing heat, laughing at beat, think it's a game. Meet up with the opposite side and lose his chain. Now you know he gotta get that back, the picture painted. Go to social media with it, this nigga's famous. Everybody seen when he hit him up with the banger. Earned a reputation and even known by some strangers, but it's just a matter of moments before they hang you. What your heart beating for? Said that you were ready, what your heart beating for? Said that you prepared and what your heart beating for? Said you with the set and what your heart beating for? Goddamn, what your heart beating for? Said that you were ready, what your heart beating for? Said that you prepared and what your heart beating for? Said you with the set and what your heart beating for? You the biggest on the set, you ain't even graduated and them niggas show respect. Word around here, you not the kid they wanna check. Even though you terrorizing and they feel like you a threat. But there's an old school who talk like he knows you. The only one that seems to relate what you go through. So you pay attention to wisdom, he throws oops. One ear at the other, sometimes the whole truth is too much to bear. You move on, not too dumb but too young to care. You win some, you lose some and send some upstairs. It's not like you scared, your options are scarce. You're just unprepared. You got a reputation to hold, and you ain't living unless you got a bite to count a few bitches up in the prison. Like it's easy, crib with your bros, like what's the mission? They ain't tripping, they gon' kick a few doors with ammunition. You're drinking more than regular, smoking even heavier. School told you to slow your roll, but they ain't helping you. Through it all, tucked in your drawers, you keep the hammer clutch. Fuck the laws, you and your dogs until the slammer show. Whatever happened to the community revolution? Instead my neighborhood got arrested in institution. They say what goes around gon' always make revolutions. The ops retaliated and even shot up his funeral. Damn, what your heart beating for? Said that you were ready, what your heart beating for? Said that you prepared and what your heart beating for? Said you with the set and what your heart beating for? Goddamn, what your heart beating for? Said that you were ready, what your heart beating for? Said that you prepared and what your heart beating for? Said you with the set and what your heart beating for?